Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning,
Good morning,
sir.
sir.
Great. So I hope a lot of students have already joined us. So we're gonna start today discussion, and let me introduce first myself. I'm Dr. Pushpinder Kumar, working as a professor in Delhi University for more than 22 years. And I have been teaching marketing and research. So this is one very important course because generally when you talk about bachelor degree or master degree or PGP, generally students of marketing, they are very creative. The reason is simple, they understand how to communicate, they understand the consumer need, consumer wants. And in a market, if you have a good communication skill plus you know how to develop an argument, that is also an integral part of a marketing. Because here you have to tell a customer that why they should buy this product, and here we have a product for you, what you care for. So this is gonna be a very important session because it will boost your energy, it will boost your morale in terms of your skills, in terms of your capability, and you would have a lot of scope to enter into real world, which we call industries, which we call business organization, and very specific it could be MNCs. So welcome all of you, and I can see approximately 34 students right now. So what we're gonna do, because the first day, I'm going to interact with you in terms of your reflection on marketing. And believe me, it's not a lecture, but it's gonna be a kind of discussion. So it would be a two-way communication, and I can read your name and we can communicate all. And in between, if you have any query, you can raise your hand. You have one option over here. So let us continue our discussion today. And what we're gonna do, if you just think of a marketing, Philip Kotler has been known as father of marketing, and he started his journey 30, 35, 40 years back. And approximately 20, 25 years back, he introduced the concept of 4Ps. I hope you understand that these 4Ps, during your undergraduate programs, you might have gone through different 4Ps. 4Ps for product and 7, 9 or 11 Ps for services. Am I right? Say yes in your chat box so that I can see that you all are with me. Right? Why in your chat box, everybody? If you know 4Ps and 7Ps. Okay, I got a reply. Yeah, Yashika, Archana, Rachit, Ravi. Okay, great. Mehak. So you all aware of basic concept of marketing. And this concept has been there for more than 20, 25, 30 years. And this is the right time because for last one decade, if you see in a dynamics in India or international dynamics, things has changed over the period of time. When I was like you, we used to learn what kind of business American they do, what kind of business European they do there, and we wanted to learn that if I would like to go to USA or European country, then I need to learn that this kind of business practices, this kind of dynamics they have. But now there is a 360-degree change. These all nations, especially European or America or other nation too, they are looking towards China and India because India and China has become hub for last 15, 10 years. Now, instead of we supposed to learn what they do, what kind of business practices they have, what kind of marketing they have, they start learning what India does, what China does, and what kind of practices we have over the period of time. So what kind of business practices, what kind of marketing we have had, they're supposed to learn. So there is a some changes in the mindset, in the perspective of marketing. So here, because we have been talking about marketing for 45, 30 years, now for last 1 decade, and especially just think of last 2 years, lot of things has changed. I don't want to go to Chandni Chowk, I don't want to go to CP, I don't want to go to other place, Sarojini Nagar. What I want, these all markets should come at my doorstep. And I don't want to waste time. The second thing which has occurred in past few years, we wait for sale, and especially sale on Amazon, especially the sale on other platforms, and these platforms are online. And these platforms are so attractive that throughout the year we wait for this kind of special sale. And sometimes you realize that yes, these products you were not aware of, but somehow, somewhere, maybe on YouTube or maybe on Facebook, you saw that product and you like that product so much, instantly you click a button on a laptop or a mobile phone and you purchase it quickly. So see, the scenario has changed. Now we have unlimited options. It's not that always you're supposed to go to Chandni Chowk, CP or Sarojini Nagar or other market to buy products. Over there also you will see very limited products, limited choices, limited color. So, and you're not sure, what should be the right price. And for last 20-30 days, I have seen another advertisement of one company, Miso, and they say that if you go and buy online from other platform, then cost would be 400. If you directly buy from manufacturer, it would be 200. So we are taking it from manufacturer and supplying it to your doorstep. So the cost has been reduced. One thing remains same. If you go through last 40-30 years about Indian, we are very price conscious. We all are very price conscious. And that's why just think of, first price strategy by Bata. Still Bata has been, continuing with the same kind of strategy. The strategy is 99 999.99 999 rupees 99 paisa, not a 1000 rupees, right? Not a four figure. So this is what a lot of international organization, lot of local domestic organization, they understand one thing, that Indians, they are very highly conscious, price sensitive. So they develop their strategy, they design their strategy in such a way that they in starting they give you a lot of things free of cost. So a lot of software they gave you to understand, to learn, and after 6 months you cannot get rid of that. So you need to buy that. So they say that okay, now you understand this, now you have utility of this product in your life, so you cannot get rid of this, so please go and buy this product. Now when you use, so that become a habit in your life, that you cannot you cannot live without that product, you cannot live without that service. So that become an integral part of your life. And then what happens, you're supposed to pay, you need to pay money. So in starting, if you see the dynamics, a lot of things are free of cost, lot of things are free of cost. Just why they are selling these products in starting free of cost, the reason is simple. Actually they wish to change your behavior, and that is a buying behavior. Not only a buying behavior, your lifestyle also. So when they show you some attractive discount, attractive price, buy one get one, or for next 6 months it's a free of cost, or the price would be very low. So you just think of Paytm, you just think of Ola, Uber. When they started their business, everything, they used to give you a lot of huge discount. But now things has changed. They start charging premium for their services. So a lot of dynamics has changed over the period of time because of last 2 year COVID, and just see the last 10 year also. A lot of dynamics has arisen, a lot of dynamics has changed in marketing. So today's discussion would be, is it the right time? Is it the right time to redefine the marketing? Let me see your reflection. What do you feel? Please write yes or no in your chat box. It will help me to understand that yes, because in past few years things has changed. So it's our duty as a student, as a scholar of marketing, to understand the dynamics and give some value addition to existing knowledge and learn that yes, it's a right time to redefine the marketing. So let me see. Okay, so who says yes? Write in chat box. Let me see chat box, everybody. Write again if you have written yes in your chat box. Or if you happy with the existing or the old knowledge of marketing, that's perfectly all right. Okay, Archana says Ria, Yashika, Prashant. Okay, great. Very good. So you all realize, yeah, Amolya, Subronil Mukherjee. Okay, great. Ria Godra. Swastika Pandey, Rashid. Okay, great. Great, guys. So I realize now that this is the right time to redefine marketing. And you wouldn't believe the same concept came in the mind of professor in Harvard Business School. And they had taken an initiative in 2015 and it took them 5 years. And on the basis of reflection from 5,000 people around the world, and these people were basically on different position in different organization as executives, and they reflected on this idea that this is the right time because a lot of things has changed in past 5-10 years, and the whole business has been centered to China and India. So now we need to learn how people they behave in China and India, what kind of business practices they have, what kind of marketing, what kind of human resource management, what kind of finance activity, what kind of management activity, what kind of entrepreneurship, what kind of startup, what kind of skills they have. So in 2015, Harvard proposed a substitute model for marketing, that is the 4Ps. So before I discuss that, let me share my screen with all of you. And in very simple term, let us see what is this marketing. Then I will talk about this Harvard proposal, and you guys should justify, you should reflect on this Harvard Business School proposal that yes, this is this because of lot of dynamics which has changed over the period of time. This new model, which is a substitute of 4Ps, must be here with us so that whatever things has changed in past few years, we should reflect on that and we should develop a different kind of strategy. And I will give you a lot of examples which will support my this concept which theoretically we are discussing today. So here, let me show you my screen first. I'm gonna share my screen. And here we are. Okay. So which one? Okay, this one. Yeah. So can anyone unmute your mic and tell me, is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So let me make it big. F5. Okay. Now you can see everybody. Let me put myself a little bit up. Okay, it's good. I'm here. So Philip Kotler and a lot of followers of Philip Kotler in different country, different organization, different institutions, they have defined marketing, and you all aware of marketing is a term which help us to understand the needs, wants, and demand, and help you to create a product and then sell that product at profit and satisfy the needs, wants, and demand of the customer. So this was the definition, this was the concept proposed by Kotler and the followers of the Kotler. But institutions like Harvard, like IIMs, they constantly working on, new dimensions, new domains, new practices, new strategies, and time to time they proposed a different model. So 4 Ps, 7 Ps, 9 Ps has been there for many years. Now this is the time to propose another model which we're going to discuss today. But before that, if you wish to define a marketing, here is one definition of marketing. So what is marketing? Marketing is telling people why you have what they need and listening to what they care about. Very simple definition, very simple definition. And this definition I can support with one video. I show you that video just for 35 seconds, not more than that. And then you tell me what is that particular product or a brand for you. Okay, everybody, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let me show you that video, then we will move further. Where is that video? Let me check. Okay, so here is that video. Let me run it for you. I believe you might have seen this somewhere. Let me make it big. I don't know whether you will be able to listen the music or sound or not, but you might have seen this.
सर साउंड नहीं आ रही है.
Okay, no problem. I know there is an issue with the sound, but you might have seen this, I believe.
No, sir.
So here, the elder brother is telling the younger one, see, you are like a Chupa Rustam. When mother is around, you don't look at me. And what happens when mother has gone somewhere? See the expression of the younger one and see it's a kind of, I don't know what is this. Now next what? So you're gonna be a naughty boy or naughty girl, right? So similar like this relationship, this cake is like this relationship. So it's a cake, it looked like a cake, but actually it's a Cadbury. So this is a Meetha Chupa Rustam. So punchline was that it's a cake, but actually it's a Cadbury. Okay, let me stop it. Okay, fine. Where are you? You are here. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, before that, where we were here. Yeah, we were here. And okay, let me see your chat box. Now you need to reflect on one very important thing. What is this Cadbury for you in this advertisement? How do you see this advertisement? How do you see this Cadbury? Because they didn't mention at all the core product, and the core product was chocolate. It didn't say anything about chocolate. So they say it's a Cadbury. It looks like a cake, but actually it's a Cadbury. So what message this particular advertisement showing, representing, or giving you, what message they are conveying to you. So let me see if you are interested in buying this. What message, comes in your mind? What message you learn from this particular advertisement? And because they haven't talked about at all that it's a chocolate, they mention it's a cake, but actually it's a Cadbury. So if you want to buy this particular product, why you will buy this product? And this advertisement is what for you? Or just simple term, what is Cadbury for you? Tell me, everybody. I need to see your reflection in your chat box. According to this advertisement, what is Cadbury for you? Right? Everybody in your chat box. I can see approximately 48 students right now. Okay, it's a brand. Okay, sweet relationship. Very good. It's a brand. Sign of happiness. Great. Sachin Kumar. Sarthak said it's a brand. The brand is okay. But is it really talking about brand? Or they wish to convey through this advertisement some message like sign of happiness, bonding with brothers, between the brothers. Okay. Shubharanil Mukherjee, thank you very much. Everybody tell me how you want to reflect this particular message. Very good. Sarthak, it's a love, it's a happiness, it's a joy. Thank you very much, Sarthak Lathi. Everybody needs to reply. Everybody go ahead and tell me. Oh, great. Amolya Mahajan said it's a happiness. Very good. Thank you, Amolya. So, everybody, please reply. Let me see your reflection. Bonding between the brothers. Then celebration. Okay, Muhammad Sahir says it's a celebration. Thank you, Muhammad Sahir. What about others? Building bond. Okay, great, great. Go ahead, go ahead. Bonding, happiness, Archana. Okay, Archana, thank you.
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
See, you have gone through this advertisement, you have seen this advertisement. What is Cadbury for you in this particular advertisement? Is it just a brand or a product or a chocolate or more than that? And if it's more than that, what is that? Here people are saying it's a happiness, it's a love, it's a relationship, it's a bonding, it's a happiness. Archana has mentioned. I hope question is clear to all of you. Please reply quickly. We don't have much time. Just last 1 minute. I need to see your reflection, everybody. Yeah, Yashika, sweet moments between brothers. Okay. Okay, great. Go ahead, everybody. It may be brother, it may be when you think of a chocolate, especially Cadbury, when you think of a Cadbury, what comes in your mind? Okay, go ahead, everybody. So this was just a one angle showing relationship between brothers. Go ahead, everybody, and let me see your reflection. I haven't asked a very typical question like mathematics theorem. It's just in your daily routine life, you see every day a lot of advertisement on a television, and sometimes particular advertisement is very close to your heart because it represents something. Okay, it shows the bond between brothers. It's very simple, Ria. See, you need to read between the lines. If something is there, if you explain like that same thing, that's okay. So, but you don't need to. You see, that is what you, as a scholar of PGP, what you need to do. Whatever is written over there, it's visible to all. But you need to dig more. You just think about it and then reflect on that. That actually this is this. Okay, let me see other example. Go ahead, everybody. I think question is clear to all of you, and you might have gone through this kind of advertisement, especially this I have shown you. Is question very difficult? or you can unmute your mic also, if you wish. So last 1 minute, I need your reflection, everybody, and let me see your response. What is Cadbury in this advertisement for you? Is it just a brand? Is it just a Cadbury chocolate? Or it is something more than that? Okay, thank you, Rohit. It's an emotion. Thank you very much. It's about emotion. Great. What about others? Nistha Kalra. Nistha Kalra, can you unmute your mic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is this for you, this chocolate or brand for you here?
Sir, happiness.
Okay, thank you. So it's a happiness. So whatever you have reflected about this advertisement, about this relationship, about this brand, about this Cadbury, about this chocolate, it's actually not in terms of core product at all. It's in terms of emotions, and emotions maybe in terms of happiness, maybe joy, maybe sad, maybe success, maybe relationship, maybe love, maybe hate, maybe like, maybe dislike. So whenever you see nowadays these all marketing advertisement, more than a core product, they talk about relationship, they talk about emotion, they talk about what you care for, what you care about. So we all care about what? We all care about our parents, our friends, as a parents, our children, as a brother, sister as a brother. So here if you see this relationship, it is all about what you care about. So whatever advertisement you see nowadays, they all talk about one thing, what you care about. And we understand that, we are listening, we are watching, and we are here to understand what you care about. And more than that, what is marketing? It's not only understanding what you care about, but more than that, telling people why you have what they need. So what you have, what they need. So we have something that give you happiness, because ultimately what we are looking for as a human being, we are looking for someone who care for us, someone who love us, someone who take care of us, someone who understand what kind of needs, what kind of wants, what kind of demand we have, right? So here you can see that someone is listening what you care for. So that's great. So there are a lot of business organizations, there are a lot of marketing institutions, there are a lot of marketing organizations. They are listening, they are watching you, and they are looking constantly, consistently, that if today you like, tomorrow you may not. And year 2000 up to 2005-7, the year belonged to Nokia phone. It was a kind of innovation. And slowly people didn't believe that we will have touch screen mobile phone. So Nokia, they didn't believe it. But it was a kind of convenience to customer, and customer were looking for something where they are not supposed to push hard buttons, right? They just show their finger and the button would automatically would be dialed. And similarly, there was an old company, I don't know how many of you know about HMT. Anyone knows about HMT?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So that was a company, they were number one in wristwatch, but now nobody knows about it. The reason was simple, they didn't believe that in future this kind of demand will occur. So as a marketing
Sir,
person,
it was a tractor company also, HMT Tractors.
yes, thank you. So we are talking about wristwatch. Thank you very much. So here you see what we need to do, because as a human being, what we are looking for, today I like this, but maybe tomorrow I hate that particular product, or maybe dislike that product. So our nature is like that we are looking for something new, something new, something new. I have been to Shimla many times. I have been to Nainital many times. If someone say that, okay, we are taking you to Shimla or Manali or maybe Nainital, and we'll take care of your cost, your expenditure. So I will say, no, I'm not interested. I've been there because I now need something where I can see something new. Right? I may not hate that, but as a human being, we are looking for something. We always like to have something new things, new fashion, new product, new goods, new packaging, new delivery method. So these all things. So what we need to do, we need to consistently listen what you are looking for, what you care about. And more than that, as a marketer, as a scholar, we need to tell people why you have what they need. Now I'm going to give you a very right example over here, because generally when you talk about marketing and you talk about telling people that, hey, we have this product, you need to spend a lot of money on advertisement, you need to spend a lot of money on promotion, you need to spend a lot of money on introduction of a product, and telling people these products, these services, these goods we have, please buy this is of paramount use in your life. But recently, because of social media marketing, people felt that you don't need money to market your product, right? You can upload your information on Google search engine, SEO, but there also, if you wish that your product should be on the first line, first row, you need to pay, otherwise you will fall into organic, and they have their own algorithm. It's very difficult to be there on the top 10 pages. So what is the right alternative? What is marketing? Marketing is all about advertisement, or marketing is all about social media marketing, or in simple way, just think of a marketing. Marketing is not always about advertisement. It's not always about social media marketing, but it is about creating a buzz. You know what is the meaning of creating a buzz? Anyone? I can see classroom 2, 3, few students are there. Yeah. Anyone out of you? I believe few would be student over there. Can you tell me anyone? Or anyone else can unmute your mic and tell me what is creating a buzz?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
Let me ask Nishtha Kalra. What was my question? You raise your hand, Nishtha Kalra.
Sir, to change someone's opinion, I guess.
Okay, my question was, do you think marketing is all about advertisement or social media marketing? Or more than that, marketing is all about creating a buzz? And Nishtha Kalra has answered. Can you repeat again, Nishtha Kalra?
Sir, to change someone's opinion.
Okay, so she says that changing your opinion, it's all about creating a buzz. Okay. Anyone else? Sarthak, yeah, tell me, Sarthak Rathi.
Sir, it's a broader concept. It's marketing is also about research.
No. I'm not talking about marketing. I'm talking about creating a buzz.
Creating a buzz. Sir,
Anyone?
it's
Yeah.
sensational.
Go ahead.
Creating a sensation.
Creating a sensation. Very good. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, who? Anshul. Yeah, Anshul, tell me.
Basically, it's about creating a persuasion, like किसी customer को persuade करना कि वो हमारे product को
No,
खरीदे.
no. Sorry. Anshul, Dhingra, and then who has raised? Let me check it. Mehak.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Do you think that marketing is all about advertisement and social media marketing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else beyond that? No idea, Mehak?
Sir.
Okay. So who raised hand? Let me see that. Okay. I can't see that. Raise hand. Okay. So unmute your mic. Those who raise hand, please.
Sir, marketing is about that you show something that you are in need of it.
Okay, great. So you have something which other people they care about. Okay, good. So my question was a bit different. My question was because generally when we think of a marketing, people have a kind of perception that it's all about advertisement, it's all about social media marketing nowadays. And I asked that, do you think it's beyond social media marketing advertisement also there is something which we call marketing, or we feel that okay, advertising and social media marketing is all about marketing? As I mentioned that if you go beyond this advertisement or social media marketing, because whenever you think of social media marketing or advertisement, you have to incur a lot of cost you have to incur, and that would be many times, most of the cases, it would be a kind of loss, it would be a kind of expenditure. Agree with me, everyone, that when you think of advertisement, you have to pay a huge amount.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
We have to pay.
Right. So Ria here has mentioned over here, many advertisements have created it like we remember toothpaste as a Colgate. Very good. So that was something because Colgate started something long time back in India. They introduced a new product, and that was something people like it very much. And the toothpaste, when you go to a shop, you don't ask for a toothpaste, you ask for a Colgate. Similarly, when you go for a detergent powder, you don't say give me a detergent powder, you say surf, right? So there have been a lot of products. There have, for example, Maggi. You never ever say give me a noodle, you say Maggi, right? So these brands, these has become so famous that they have become a substitute of a particular core product. The name of core product has been renamed by these brands. Thank you very much. So I was saying that don't always think marketing in terms of advertisement and social media marketing, because if you're going to start your own venture, you will have a lot of misperception towards advertisement, towards social media marketing, that you have to incur a lot of cost for market your product. But here, more than advertisement and social media marketing, marketing is all about creating a buzz. What is this creation of a buzz? That means you need to do something so everybody in a town start talking about you. Everybody, not in only a particular town, maybe in a particular state, maybe in a particular state country, they all start talking about you. And it's not always mandatory that for that you need to incur a huge cost or give up advertisement or go for social media marketing. I give you one example. Can you name one soft drink in India? Put information in your chat box, everybody. Okay, let me see chat. Okay, Pepsi, thank you. What about others? Two big company, Coke, thank you. Thank you very much, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So these two companies are there for many years in India. They started their venture from one state in USA. The state name is California. And the story was like this: long time back, in USA, they call it soda. So there was a soda company. The company name was Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola was so big, it was like an elephant. It means that every day Coca-Cola was selling 100,000 bottles. That means 1 lakh bottles every day. On the other hand, there was a very small, tiny company. The company name was Pepsi. And Pepsi was selling every day less than 100 bottles. So on the one side, you see a mouse or ant. On the other side, you can see big, enormous company, Coca-Cola. Now, suppose you were working for a Pepsi. Do you think you would have spent huge amount to advertise your product, Pepsi, when Coca-Cola was your competitor at that time? Could you afford to invest in marketing your Pepsi? Because you are very small, you are selling 100 bottles every day, and on the one side, very small, tiny company, on the other side, enormous, big company. Can you afford to spend huge amount to compete with Coca-Cola? No. Thank you, Anshul Dhingra. Thank you. What about others? Let me see reflections. Others reflection. Or you can unmute your mic. I don't mind. What about others? Say yes or no in your chat box. Okay, Mohammed Sai say no. Archana say no. Great. Go ahead, everybody. Thank you very much. Sachin is there. Shubhranil Mukherjee. Go ahead, everybody. No, we need to find out cheap way to create a badge. Okay. Thank you, Sarthak. It's not always a cheap way. Let us see what would be that. Okay. Amulya Mahajan say no. Okay, fine. So at that time, what happened? They were not able to compete with Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola was very big company. Being a Pepsi, I don't know what we should do. Should we go and put our advertisement on television? It was a very difficult task at that time. And unfortunately, fortunately, there was no internet, so there was no social media at that time. But here, what we need to tell people, according to marketing, we need to tell people what they care about. So what we care about? We care about our preferences. We care about our likes. We care about our dislikes. I hope you understand that. So what Pepsi did, there was a guy who was from IBS and who was from this class. Maybe Sarthak, maybe Amulya. And at that time, let us believe that anyone from your class, he was working for Pepsi. And I'm sure about one thing, that you cannot afford, you cannot think of competing with Coca-Cola in terms of advertising your advertisements or advertising your products. But as a researcher, as a scholar, what do you need to do? You need to put your efforts. And the effort was that you wanted to understand whether people will like the taste of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Can we do something? And can we find out that whether people actually like Pepsi or actually they love or like Coca-Cola? The taste of Coca-Cola is better or the taste of Pepsi is better? Tell me, can we do something to find out that? Who will reply? Say yes or no. I mean, you can unmute your mic. I need someone who can speak.
Sir, it's almost difficult to differentiate between the taste of both.
No, it's not difficult. But my question was, can we do something to find out? Can we have some way to find out whether people actually like the taste of Pepsi or Coca-Cola taste?
So we can have a poll with
Poll
the
means what?
so voting with the limited number of customers.
No, you will ask
We
them
can
that,
say-
do you like Pepsi or Coca-Cola? As I said, there are very few customers of Coca-Cola, Pepsi. So how you will go about it? No, how you gonna have sampling when you have very few people, those who take Pepsi? So distribute some to people. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ria Godra. Thank you. Ria, can I see you? Can you on your camera? Ria Godra, is it possible? Can you on your camera? Okay. So we wish to understand whether people will like the taste of Pepsi or taste of Coca-Cola. So what we can do, generally it happens here in India also. It's okay here. It happens here also in India that you go to a mall, there you can display your product and tell people, please taste these products. And you're not supposed to disclose the brand name of a product, right? You tell people that we are making a survey and we are trying to find out whether people like the taste of A or taste of B. So instead of disclosing the actual name of a brand or a product, you are saying that randomly we are trying to find out whether you like. So whosoever comes to you, you offer these two cups, A and B, and don't disclose that whether it's a Pepsi or Coca-Cola. So this boy who was from your class at that time, he did this. He made efforts to understand whether people like taste of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. And you wouldn't believe, outcome was that 85% like the taste of Pepsi than Coca-Cola. But here problem is this, who conducted this survey? Employees of Pepsi. If he tells someone that I did this, I made a survey and this was the outcome that 85% like the taste of Pepsi. So they will say you belong to that organization. Yes, you will say that your Pepsi is better than Coca-Cola. So you are the biased person. I don't believe you. I don't trust you. So this boy, he wanted to actually make more survey to understand whether this was by chance or this actually really people like the taste of Pepsi. So he went to another mall next Sunday and there he saw that 89% like the taste of Pepsi than Coca-Cola. So now he was very much sure that actually Coca-Cola is selling bottles or cola because of brand they have developed over the period of time. But actually, if we offer our product that is Pepsi, people will start liking taking Pepsi because the taste is better. Okay, everybody, are you with me? So now nobody will listen what this person says because he belongs to Pepsi. What he did to make it more sure, he invited next Sunday the editor of 3 newspapers and requested them that I am making this survey. Please see, observe, and is it possible for you to write something about this survey in your newspaper? Because I am working for Pepsi, nobody will believe me, whatever I say. But if it is come in the newspaper as an editor from your side, then people will reflect on it. So he did it. He invited these 3 editors and told them just come for 2 hours. We will conduct one survey where we will request people to taste Pepsi and Coca-Cola, but we will not disclose them that which cup is Pepsi and which is Coca-Cola. You and me, we all know that which one is Coca-Cola and which one is Pepsi. So this happened. So result was that 84% people, they like the taste of Pepsi. So next day in the newspaper, that was Monday, in 3 newspaper, there was small write-up, not on first page, not on second page, not on third page, last page, 3-line write-up that there was a survey in a particular mall in California, and according to that, 84% people like the taste of Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Now tell me everybody, will there be any impact? Now people will start switching over Coca-Cola to Pepsi. Now tell me everybody, because of just small 3-line write-up, do you think people will start liking Pepsi and they start buying Pepsi? Say yes or no in the chat box, everybody. Or you can unmute your mic, you can give me an argument. Okay, Yashika Chandra say yes, sir. People will start taking, okay, great, very good. Because there was small write-up that taste of Pepsi is better than Coca-Cola. So you will switch over to other food. Very good. What about others? Thank you, Yashika. What about others? Will you switch over to other product? Because someone else is saying, okay, Anshu said, I can't say. Okay, very good. Go ahead, everybody. See, this is the beauty of discussion, that you can't say yes or no, you need to develop an argument. And developing an argument, okay, so because sir, brand loyalties exist, okay, that is perfect, that is perfect. I know if we have been buying a particular product for last 5-6 years, if I go and buy some other product, I mean my family will be after me and I have to go back to return that particular product. So this is very difficult because you have developed a taste. You have trust in a particular brand, in a particular product. So it's not because of just 3-line published in a newspaper and you start switching over product, other brand, other things. No, it's not like that. I'm telling you, it's not like that. I know you watch movie because your friends tell you. And who is these friends? Your fast friends, your close friends. They tell you that go and buy this movie, it's really a good movie. So on the basis of that recommendation, you go. It's not that particular newspaper has given 1 or 2 lines that this is a movie, you go and watch. You will not go unless someone recommend that. So similarly here, what happened at that time, there was no reaction at all. There was no reaction at all. And as usual, people were buying Coca-Cola. Now, this boy who was from your organization, he decided to do some more venture. Next time he invited editor from other newspaper. And in this newspaper, they published this report. And believe me, nothing happened. Nothing happened from respondent buyers or consumer side. But because last 3 minutes we have, what happened, that I will tell you tomorrow. Please note down this assignment because there is no extra cost, nothing there. As a consumer, nothing happened. Do you think Coca-Cola would have responded in this matter? Or they should respond to this small, effort of Pepsi? If suppose you were working for Coca-Cola, you would have replied for Pepsi. Right? Because you are an elephant. When elephant move, what happens? Dog barks, Do you think elephant should reply, should respond to a dog? Say yes or no in your checkbox, and then I request you to ask question, because now we have 2-3 minutes for question answer. Yes, anyone, any question?
So you said that if we get an article about a movie in a newspaper, but somewhere it will have an indirect influence over the consumer, and we can
No,
expect
I'm saying
at
that
least
if
a
it is,
small
I'm
proportion.
saying, yeah, if it's just a 2-line that this is a good movie, go and watch, would you go?
Okay, no,
Generally
sir.
what happens, we have review, if reviewer gives some information, right, then we believe that they are critics, they are reviewer, they will be giving a good information, right? Just simply 2 or 3 lines that there was a survey, according to that survey this was a good movie, will you go for that? I don't know who these people are, those who conducted this survey. So we trust in those who are authentic, those who you should trust upon. It's not that in a year someone tell you that this is a good movie and go and watch. Even someone gave you a ticket, you would not go and watch that movie. So from where that information comes, that is important. So if it's a reliable or it's an authentic place from where information comes to you, because whatever information you publish in the newspaper, sometime if source is given that according to this person who is the expert of movies, he gives some review, then you go and watch. Agree with me or not?
So if a newspaper is like well known and well reputed, then I don't think source will matter, because that
Yes,
reputation
I'm saying-
itself is a source.
See, lot of things come. See, one newspaper will say this is a good movie, the other will say it's not a good movie. This happens or not? Tell me.
So it does.
It happens, right? So it's not that one newspaper is saying that, or tomorrow you will say another newspaper is not a good movie. So generally we have developed a some perception that I trust this particular source. I trust my friends. I trust this YouTube channel. I trust this social media particular platform, not all platform. So here just a one newspaper, 3 lines say that there was a survey, out of 100 people, 85 people like the taste of Pepsi. Do you think those who has been taking Coca-Cola for many years, they will suddenly switch over and go for Pepsi?
No, sir.
No, right? So it's very difficult, because over the period of time we have developed a taste, we have developed our likes and dislike. Just someone says something and you believe that okay, this would be good, and you just switch over. No, it's not possible. So tomorrow we will conclude this, that what happened with the Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and then another case study we'll discuss, and then we will redefine our 4 Ps, right, everybody? So can we call it a day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's a 10 now, and we'll continue tomorrow 9 a.m. And please make your mind, think about it. If it was not a common people over there in USA at that time, do you think reaction should come from Coca-Cola or not? So tomorrow we'll have discussion. Thank you very much for joining today, and we'll continue tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody.